Welcome to Lakeshow today. From the bastards who brought you daytime Lakeshow. But the cool thing about Lakeshow today is that we're going mostly talk about things that happened yesterday. Bringing you NBA news with a purple and gold twist, the latest in Lakerland. Injuries, wins, losses, inevitable trade rumors, and if we're lucky, some locker room drama. The buckle up folks enjoy the sunshine, like Dr. Buss, once while he was wearing a kilt in Scotland, used to say, "It's showtime, bitches."
Yo. What's up, good people? What's up? You guys know me. I am Born Rebel, aka Zen. Got my PGM brother KB with me. How are you, sir?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Good weekend, man. What about yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing. Hey, no complaints. No complaints. I know you're happy. All your teams won. All of your teams won this weekend. The Raiders won. Went down to a Hail Mary against the Jets. Um, your Lakers won. Your college team won. So yeah, good weekend, man. I know you had a good weekend. But look, folks, we had 11 games yesterday. We're gonna do our quick recap of the other games. The Lakers are 5-5. We just finished our first 10 games of the season. The Lakers are 5-5 after beating the Blazers last night at home. So yeah, let's speed through these other games. And also, folks, if you are listening to me, if you guys are listening to me in the Twitter space, look at the title once again. Look at the jumbotron. Look at the chat of the space. We are in playback. We highly encourage you. We're transitioning over here. If you just want to sit back and you'll only be able to hear me, cool. Chill in the Twitter space. But we're here in playback. Once again, you'll be able to just listen. If you just want to hear us, you'll be able to participate in the chats. You'll also be able to see the video. We're more of a TV show now as opposed to just audio like radio with the Twitter spaces. So it's the same setup. You can hop on stage. You can be in the chat. Folks, not sure what you're waiting on. It is free. It is a free app. It will take you less than a minute to download. Ask yourself, why am I being difficult? But we appreciate your support nonetheless. Let's get into it, KB. First game of the day yesterday. It was Knicks versus Hornets. The Knicks won at home in MSG, world's most famous arena. 129-107. They smacked that ass. On the Hornets side, LeVar Ball's youngest son had 32 points, 4 for 8 from 3, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. The rookie, Brandon Miller, had 11. PJ Washington didn't do shit. Gordon Hayward didn't do shit. Richards had 16 off the bench. On the Knicks side, Julius Randle, he's starting to wake up. He had 23, 5-5, shot 50%. Brunson had 20. Barrett had 24. Is Barrett? He's not doing bad. Grimes had 6. Mitchell Robertson had 10 and 9. Quickly had 17 off the bench. KB, any quick thoughts on this game?
Yeah. For the Hornets, it just seemed like the only person that showed up was Melo. Nobody else was hitting shots. They were stone cold. Just a little insight for the Hornets. Their starting lineup. Brandon Miller sprained his ankle, so I can see why he was off. And it just kind of sucks. It's just like LaMelo shows up, but it's more of like a guess if his teammates will as well. So
yeah, absolutely. Look, the Hornets are 3-6. All right, and they just went through a change in ownership. Jordan sold the team. We knew that in the offseason. And they're 3-6. They got a whole bunch of problems. Um, I don't know. Now, according to reports, Bridges, uh, was it Michael? Was it Mikael Bridges? What's homeboy's name that played for the
Miles Bridges.
Miles Bridges?
Mm-hmm.
There's so many Bridges that starts with the M in the league. Um, Miles Bridges, according to reports, he's going to be coming back on Friday. Now, I don't know if they're holding out to say, you know what, this is a guy that was probably going to get paid what, 100 mil plus at least. He fucked up the bag tremendously. He almost fucked it up again, but it seems like they're giving him a third chance. I don't know if they figured that they can get him on the cheap because of all of his bullshit. And then between him and LaMelo, you know, they can be a decent squad. I don't know, but it's hard when you have a team that's 3-6, and it's unlikely they're even going to sniff the play-in. You can't have a max player and you can't sniff the play-in. If that's the case, you're going to get rid of the max player and try to rebuild all over again. So we'll see. We will see. On to the next one. 76ers versus Indiana. Sixers 8-1. You know, they didn't take any steps back because of Harden. It's kind of funny. The teams that Harden leave tend to get better. Never mind. I don't even need to finish that. Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Joel Embiid. He had 37 and 13. But he wasn't the best. He wasn't the big man on the court last night or yesterday for the Sixers. Tyrese Maxey, 50 points, 7 rebounds. I think it's his most improved player award to lose. I think he's the front. I think he has to be the front runner or the favorite to win most improved player. A 50 piece, you know, that goes noticeable. Oh my God, Tobias Harris, he had 18. Batum had 9. One of obviously came over in the Clippers trade. Covington didn't do shit. He had 2 points. 4 out of 5 players with the starting lineup had double digits. Batum have 9 on the Pacer side. Halliburton had 25. He also had 17 assists. I've been telling folks, he reminds me so much of Andre Miller. Folks that remember Andre Miller, I like Halliburton's game. Yeah, but Pacers, they're 6-4. You know, they're remaining competitive. Toppin had 14. Miles Turner had 22. Buddy Hield, what could have been, he had 16. He shot 4. What could have been. Any quick thoughts on this game, KB?
Tyrese Maxey is that guy, and he's proven it. And I think he's probably going to be winner of Most Improved Player. So yeah,
definitely. I think he's the favorite. He has to be the favorite. Folks, we are not bringing up speakers until after we get through. Gordon Bum blew my parlay. That's sad, Jules. We're not bringing up speakers until after we review the Lakers game, after we recap the Lakers game. But yeah, 76, they're rolling. I think Embiid is going to win the second straight MVP. Him winning Eastern Conference Player of the Week. I think that's going to be first of many. And yeah. This next game, we're going to have to put, before we get into this next game, we got to play the proper music because, yeah. Let's go. We gotta play the proper music for this next game. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
And James Harden,
Yep.
he has been efficient and probably understated in his time right
No
now.
shit.
We will
No
see in
shit.
a couple of months if the Clippers close
No
out games.
shit.
Not Memphis games at the
Um,
top.
KB, I'm gonna
Not
put
online,
this
but the
on
Grizzlies are dealing with Ja
125
Morant out, even Adam
because I
Thompson.
know we're
Okay.
gonna talk about this for a minute.
Okay.
Clippers lost 101 to 105. They lost to a team that was 1-8. They lost to the Grizzlies. They lost to a Grizzlies without Ja Morant, who was missing his game number 10 of his 25 game suspension. They lost a game against a team that did not have Steven Adams as well. Yeah, Memphis is now 2-8. Clippers are now 3-6. Those who are keeping tabs, Clippers are 0-4 since James Harden joined the team. Let's look at it. It was a home game for the Clippers, by the way. Triple J, reigning defensive player of the year. He had 12 points. He shot 3 for 15, 0 for 3. Okay, good for you, buddy. Biombo had 13 and 12. I still feel we should have picked him up. Okay. Okay. His second straight double-double. Marcus Smart had 17 and 7. Mr. Can't wipe his own ass. Desmond Bain had 27. He shot 3 for 11 from 3, 10 for 24 overall. He had 27, 6, and 4. Luke Kennard had 13 off the bench. On the Clippers side, let's look at this bullshit. Paul George had 26 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds. Shot 3 for 7 from 3, 8 for 16 overall. I don't see a problem there. Kawhi Leonard had 14 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. He shot 1 for 4 from 3, 6 for 16 overall. And, there was a lot of footage of him, for a person that doesn't show any emotions. He was showing frustrations to his team and even took a long time to get to walk back to the bench at one point in the game. Zubac had 6 and 6. Westbrook, he shot 5 for 13 overall, 1 for 4 from 3, and let's be honest, that's a good game for him. He did have 12 points. He had 9 rebounds, 5 assists. James Harden, the gift that keeps on giving. Affecting the NBA one team at a time. He had 11 points. He shot 1 for 7 from 3, 4 for 12 overall. 4 rebounds, 3 assists. PJ Tucker didn't do shit. Norman Powell did have 20 off the bench. Man had 7. KV, what the fuck is going on with the Flippers?
All I can say is if Kawhi Leonard isn't scoring 20 points per in games with the Clippers, then it's a possibility chance you can win. It's not good. It's malpractice that he only scored 14, so it's kind of disappointing seeing that. Paul George is doing what he's doing, so he's pretty much getting back to where he was, where he left off, where he got injured. Norman Powell's doing his thing as well. It just sucks that they're not officially using Terrence Mann like they're supposed to. It's a pretty simple switch. You need to put him in the starting lineup, and either you need to bring Harden or Russ off the bench. It is what it is. But that's another conversation for another day. But yeah, they pretty much got their asses kicked. And it's just funny, bro, because it says that there was 41 rebounds in total for both sides and 11 offensive rebounds for Memphis and 8 for Clippers, which means there's a lot of tip rebounds, a lot of loose balls. I'm not saying pause because I'm not with that shit. But yeah, there's just a lot of stuff that they didn't do what they're supposed to do. But yeah, Clippers don't know what's going on with them. They're not where they need to be, but I mean, I think in time we can all admit they'll get where they need to be. But as of now, it does not look good. But there needs to be a switch, and I don't know who it is to bring off the bench, but I'm not going to name no names. I'll just let everybody else assume.
Do you think they'll figure it out?
Yes, eventually they will. It might not be right
And
now, but I think by the time we get to December, it's going to be a different team.
okay, and what do you think now? Do you think this starting lineup can work?
Nope.
Does one of the big four need to go over to the
The bench?
start off the bench?
Yes, I do. And his
Who?
name, I'm not mentioning his name because I just,
Hmm. Does he like
if you
strip
watch the
clubs?
Lakers, you know exactly who I'm talking about.
Oh, oh, you
Hmm.
think it needs to be you think it needs to be him?
Yeah, because it's not going to be Harden. They're not. They didn't trade for him just to sit him on the bench. So,
Hey, look, win, lose, or draw, or
oh,
win, lose, or start off the bench. It's all
oh,
good. Same difference. Hey, shout out to everyone that's hopping over to playback. Shout out Golden Knight. We see you, fam. 2 heads, 1 table. I acknowledge you. What's up, Josh? What's up, everyone that's in here? Truly appreciate it. Hey, do have a favor. Shout out to Evan, the host of Hoops Zooted. He is here. Hey, to the folks that's in um, playback right now, do have a favor. I'm about to repost it right now. If you guys, we just shared a tweet letting folks know we are live in here. If you guys can just retweet it, cool. Look, I've been saying this a lot, um, and we did it yesterday again. We keep setting setting new benchmarks for us, and we're having like better days, day by day by day, on playback, and that's because of you guys supporting us. Um, and it doesn't cost you a thing. Now, if you're here for a watch party, you will need League Pass. But what we're doing here, 7 days a week, recapping the games and stuff, you guys are more welcome to join us. It helps PGM monetarily, and it doesn't cost you a thing. That's how great playback is. So please help us out, help us grow. We're heading in the right direction. Um, hey, 2 weeks ago, we probably had 180 um, members, total members. Now we're at 238. I think by Friday we'll hit 250. Hopefully sooner. But either way, help us out, folks. But back to this game. Look, Clippers, Lakers. I mean, Clippers, Grizzlies. I think the Clippers will figure it out. I think they do need to tweak it. Ty Lue did say that James Harden need to play more selfish. I think it's one. What's up, Pope? Appreciate you. Thank you for your blessing. Thank you very much. Leave the kids alone. But look, um, I'll say this, KB, and we wrap this game up. I think they
yeah.
will figure it out. Once those guys, at the end of the day, look, one thing I appreciate about those guys, they're all hoopers, and you know how I feel about hoopers. Now,
Hmm.
it's just about like, okay, how does my best self can merge with your best self, and how what you do well merge with my skills? How can we complement it? It's something that doesn't happen on the fly. Let's keep in mind that the 4 of them did not have a preseason. They did not have an off season. They're learning on the fly, and yeah,
Well,
they're going to be a
also
problem.
there's a key piece that that Ty Lue said at the end of the game or before the game, and he didn't.
Hmm.
I didn't see if he did it, but pretty much how the Lakers are doing staggering with D'Lo and Reeves. He wants to do that
Hmm.
with Russ and Harden, which is smart. It just depends on how long will it
Yeah,
take. So you're right.
we'll see what they do. We'll see what
Hmm.
they do. But look, one team that is doing it the right way, it is the Dallas Mavericks. They are 8-2. They won yesterday against the New Orleans Pelicans. It was a road game for the Mavericks. They won 136 to 124. High scoring game. Mr. Shalom himself, Kyrie Irving. What could have been? What could have been?
And never
He
will
had
be.
35.
Yep.
That's why we balance each other out. 30. He had 35 points. He had 7 assists, 6 rebounds. He shot 7 for 10 from 3. That's 70%, folks. 13 for 20 overall. Luka, he had 30. He had 9 assists. Shot 4 for 9 from 3. Excuse me. He shot 4 for 9 from 3. 11 for 18 overall. Tim Hardaway Jr. had 15. He had a poor shooting night. He also had 9 rebounds. Green had 13 off the bench. Powell had 7. Hardy had 7. Hey, they got it done. They
What
got
about
it done.
Grant?
They are 8-2. Grant he showed up.
Oh, wow.
He came to the game.
Oh, okay. So he was what?
He got
was
carried.
0 for 2.
He got carried. He
Got
was
it.
he was
0 for 2.
0. He did have 2 rebounds. He did have 1 assist. He didn't feel like making it. He took Sunday off, but hey, he got carried by Luka and Kyrie.
Interesting.
On the Pelican side, Zion had on the Pelican side, Zion had 18.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had 18. Ingram had 20. Valanciunas had 15. Daniels had 17. Your boy Hawkins had 10. He didn't shoot well. 3 for 13 overall. 2 for 9 from 3.
Jesus.
Larry Nance Jr. Disappointed his pops. Everyone's favorite DoorDash driver, Matt Ryan. 14 points. 4 for 6 from 3. 6 rebounds. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That sucks.
That's what. Yep. That's what you wanted. But yeah, it was Mavericks. Okay. How do we guard that boy? We spoke about this last week, and I know like we're just gonna get fucked when we guard that backcourt. But are you surprised by the Mavericks?
No, I'm not surprised by the Mavericks, but I also want you to look at it like this. We might get killed by their backcourt, but their backcourt can't play defense. So, I mean, I think it's gonna balance itself out. The question is gonna be, is AD gonna show up that game, and is LeBron gonna be able to hit his threes and his free throws? So, yeah.
Appreciate you. Look, I'm surprised they've done well so far. I thought it was going to be a train wreck. I didn't think Kyrie was going to 100% buy in, as in saying, "Yo, this is Luka's team. I'm here to support him. We're all here to support him. He's the franchise."
Still early.
Once he compared Luka to LeBron, saying, "Yo," like as in the role, not the individual player.
I know.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about to these folks. Because I'm waiting for someone in the chat saying, Luka ain't LeBron. Look, we're not saying that.
Got it.
Talking about his position in the franchise on the team, folks. Real quick, the folks that are in the Twitter space, Trussell, Just a Ho, Rich Paul, Guac. I'm going to just call you Guac. Appreciate you guys joining us. Also, Shamoosh, whatever the name is. Appreciate you guys all being here. Look in the chat, look in the Jumbotron, look in the chat, look in the Jumbotron. All the info is there. We're on playback. We are watching the highlights to these games as we recap them. So appreciate you guys joining us, but please feel free. We encourage you. We're asking you kindly, hop over into playback. Look at the title of the space. We're telling you to hop into playback. So come on, hop over.
Pope, I will answer that question for you, Pope. As soon as we get to the Lakers game, I got you.
Absolutely. Next game up is, next game up was Heat versus Le Cheat Code. But Le Cheat Code got burnt by the Heat. 118 to 113. Spurs are 3-7. Heat are 6-4. Duncan Robinson had 26. Butler had 19. Adebayo had 24. Richardson had 12. Kevin Love had 12 off the bench. Was it Jaime? He had 11 off the bench. Spurs only care about is Wemby. He had a poor shooting night.
I care
18
about his
points.
Wemby.
All we care about is Wemby. 18 points, 7 assists, 11 rebounds. He shot 2 for 9 from 3, 8 for 22 overall. Look, he's 7'4". I think he's taller. I think they shortened him. They took off some inches off the height. Like I think he's taller. But look, it's growing pains. It's growing pains. They got off to a great start. Obviously, they beat Phoenix twice. 2 times in a row. They're going through the growing pains. They're 3-7. They'll be all right. I'm not saying they might not make the playoffs this year, but it's just about developing good habits. You have any quick thoughts on this game?
Heat played better, and they had a plan for Wemby, and it worked. So
yeah. We're talking about Miami Heat. No matter what, they're a solid organization and
very good coach. Very good coach.
Yeah. Great, excellent coach, excellent culture. They're stable. Guys know their roles. So and San Antonio is trying to figure out all of that. Mm-hmm. So look, next game up, Denver versus Houston. Houston won. They're 6-3. Houston is here. They beat the shit out of us. They beat Denver, even though it was only by 3. They still beat Denver. Jokic, 36, 21, and 11. I don't think there's ever been a player that made basketball just look so effortless and easy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Like 36, 21, and 11. He shot 2 for 6 from 3. 2 for 6 from 3, 50% overall. What? Gordon had 16. Porter had 25. Jackson had 14. KCP didn't do shit. Like they did their thing. Now they are without Jamal Murray, but hey, they're not going to have a perfect season. They're 8-2. Houston is 6-3. Yeah, I think if Ime didn't have a fetish for married white women, he probably would be a coach of the year candidate this year. But they ain't going to let him get that. So it is what it is. On the Houston side,
foul. You are foul.
Hey, Shay, tell me I'm lying. Van Fleet had 26. Sengun had 23. Brooks had 10. Jalen Green had 9. The other Green had 15. Yo, Houston is serious. I do think they're gonna even things out and come back to earth. Yeah, but they're playing well right now. They're 6-3. I'll take a 6-3 record right now. But they're doing their thing. Any quick thoughts on this game?
I thought the Rockets they're definitely a hustle team, and they're just out hustling a lot of other teams. So happened last night as well, unfortunately, but good win by them.
Good win. Next game. Not much to say on this one game. Bulls in Detroit. Bulls won 4-6. They're now 4-6. They won 119 and 108. It was a home game. On Detroit side, Stewart had 17. No one else really did anything. On the Bulls, DeRozan had 29. Vucevic had 21. Levine had 19. He didn't shoot well, 6 for 14 overall, 1 for 6 from 3. Drummond had 11 and 13 off the bench. Look, they won the game. They're 4-6. We don't even know what's going to happen with this team. Yeah, we don't know what's happening with what they're doing. So, any quick thoughts on this game, man?
It's the Pistons. So nope. Bulls won. Pistons lost. Next.
Let's all right, we got we got Nets and Brooklyn. Excuse me. Nets and Brooklyn. Former Laker, Kuzma, he had 15 points, didn't shoot well. 4 for 16 overall, 0 for 5 from 3. Draymond's punching bag had 12, and he fouled out. Let's see. Some guy named Cool Ali had 12. Bridges had Bridges had 27. Claxton had 10. They are playing without Cam Johnson came back.
He's back.
Yeah, he's back. He had 14. He didn't shoot well. 5 for 16 overall.
Mm-hmm.
2 for 11 from 3. Finney Smith had 6. Look, they won the game. Ben Simmons is out in these streets making me look like a dumbass still. Lonnie Walker, 5 points. 2 for 8 overall. 1 for 3 from 3. He didn't do shit.
Simmons even play last night? Nope.
No, he doesn't. It's just, yeah. It's gonna be. Look, one thing I am happy. It's a long season. But yeah, fuck Ben Simmons. That's all I can say. Is fuck Ben Simmons. All right, here we go. Next game, Phoenix, OKC. Phoenix lost. They're now 4-6. They're okay.
Phoenix what? Phoenix, huh?
Phoenix. Look, I think they're gonna figure it out. I think they're gonna figure it out.
They will. I just like fucking with them.
4-6. Oh yeah. OKC is 6-4. They won 111-99. On Home Grid had 18. SGA had 35.
Giddy had 10 and 10.
And assists. Giddy had 10 and 10. On the Phoenix side, Kevin Durant had 28. Beal had 15. Eubanks had 15. Goodwin had 11. They didn't get shit from Nurkic. He had 3. He had 3 and 8.
80,
Grayson Allen,
watching, boss.
Grayson Allen had 7 and 6. Yeah, they didn't get any help. They are still missing Bol. I mean, not Bol. They are still missing Booker. They are still missing the essay himself, Devin Booker. Any quick thoughts on this game and how Phoenix been doing?
Bradley Beal is starting to regress to what I thought he was going to be. About 16 to 17 points per game, especially when Booker comes back in. Katie's Katie, as is. But the Thunder, I'm just glad to see SGA get back to his normal self. 35 points, dominating on that, getting to the line as much as he needs to. But yeah, it's and Williams. So yeah, we're good.
Okay. Now, the Warriors, they had a game against the Timberwolves. The Warriors lost. So, folks, if you haven't picked up on it, this is what happens. This is how we kick things off when the Warriors lose.
Y'all gonna have to do better than this. All right, you guys, take your cue from me. La 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 Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. When Jesus won. When Jesus won. Jesus won. When Jesus won. When my Jesus won. When Jesus won. Wash my sins away. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Let's party. He taught me how to wash, to white and pray, and he taught me how to live every day.
Yep. That's
Damn
what happens when the
Skippy.
Warriors lose. That damn Skippy. That's what
Mm-hmm.
happens when the Warriors lose. It is a happy day. Um, look, we got our PGM Sis Tone up here. Let's run through the box score. I'd love to hear your thoughts about the Warriors. Um,
I got you, Zen.
the
I got
Warriors
the
lost
scoreboard
last
right
night.
here.
Okay, go ahead. You read it off.
All right, Curry, because the Warriors were home. Curry had 38 and 5 and 3. Klay Thompson had 16 and 5 and 3. Curry did not have a good shooting night from the 3-point line, same as Klay Thompson. 5 for 13 for Curry from 3. 3 for 10 from Klay. He's been down the cold streak. I don't know what the fuck's going on with him. Wiggins had 6 points, very bad understatement. Draymond Green had 9, 9, and 7 with his trash talking ass. He ain't do shit. Then we also had Looney. I'm pretty sure he didn't get into foul trouble, but he just couldn't stop uh, the spoon when it came to Cat. He had 2, 6, and no assists, and he was 1 for 3 from the field. Their bench was Sarge. He had 11 points, 10 rebounds. Kaminga had 10 points, 3 rebounds. What was it? Chris Paul had 2 points and 5 assists. Gary Payton the second, or Little Mittens, had 4 points and 2 assists. Moody had 2 points, 3 rebounds, and then who else? The rookie had more than Chris Paul. Brandon Podziemski, I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name, had 8 points. Going over to the Timberwolves, as expected, Ant-Man lit that ass up. He had 33 points. Karl Anthony Towns had 21 and 14. Rudy Gobert did what he's supposed to do: 10 rebounds, 10 points, 5 blocks. Jaden McDaniels had 13 points and 1 assist. He also, 5 personal fouls. Jesus Christ. And then we look at Conley, 8 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. Reed had 10 points from the bench. Alexander Walker had 10 points from the bench, and so did and Kyle Anderson had 8 points. So a pretty good overall game. But yeah, what do you think, Zen? Because all I seen was Draymond Green talk shit, and Ant-Man said you not like that and dropped like 15 on their heads.
Yeah, and Draymond Green. I look.
It's okay.
He is a great defensive player. He does a lot. He is one. He's going to go down as one of the great defensive utility guys in the history of this league. I get it, but he got his ass kicked last night, and he was more after getting kicked out of a previous game against the Cavs, right? After getting kicked out of the previous game against the Cavs, he was more concerned about talking shit instead of doing what he need to do. Like, come on, man, how the fuck you gonna talk that much shit? And you're a triple single, you're a walking triple single, but all you want to do is talk shit. He had 5 fouls. Talking all that shit, can't stay out of foul trouble. That doesn't help your team. I love how, Bleacher Dave, shout out to Bleacher Dave. He's our resident Warrior fan. He was telling me a stat that I couldn't believe, that, the NBA, the Warriors are the only team in the league that have not had 2 players score more than 21 points. Steph Curry is the only player on his team to score more than 21. And last night, that streak continues. Klay Thompson had 16. Like, it's literally Warrior. Trevor, we're going to bring people up after we review the Laker game. He's not getting any help. And here's the funny part. They play the Warriors. I mean, the Timberwolves play the Warriors tomorrow. And I'm just wondering if the Warriors plan to grow 3 inches between yesterday and tomorrow, because they're gonna get their ass kicked. They're too small. They had a great start. They're now 6-5, but they're gonna run Steph Curry into the ground. Ladies' room, I don't know what that means.
Who's talking right now? What's up?
Oh, yeah, never mind. Steph Curry's not getting any help. He's not getting any help at all. And yeah, he's not getting any help.
Mm-hmm.
And
Stephen Curry is just as good as he's as good as he can take him. That's it. Nobody else is carrying him besides Curry. We know.
Absolutely. But folks, this is Lakeshow today. We know why you're here. We know why you're here. We had a game last night.
Well, I think we've had enough talk. It's time for the main event. Well, it looks like we've had enough talk. It's time for the main event. It looks like all the talking has been done. It's time for the main event. Well, looks like we've had enough talk. It's time for the main event. Well, looks like there's been enough talk. It's time for the main event. Well, it looks like it's been enough talk. It's time for the main event. Looks like we've had enough talk. It's time for the main event. Well, it looks like there's been enough talk. It's time for the main event. Looks like we've had enough talk. It's time for the main event. Well, let's find out. It looks like we've had enough talk. It's time for the main event. It looks like there's been enough talk. It's time for the main event.
Lakers and Trailblazers had a game. Wrong one. But you know what?
Legendary.
Never a bad time to look at this clip. Not at all. It's never a bad time to look at this clip. Shaq and Kobe. All-time great moment. All-time great moment. But hey, same result though.
Yes, sir.
Same result. Game recognizes game, folks.
Yes,
But
sir.
look, this last night in 2023. It's Lakers versus the Blazers at home for the purple and gold. We won 116-110. And Jules, I saw where you mentioned me in a tweet. And it's like, I can't even get no motherfucking sleep, man. Without you guys, I can't even wake up without seeing messages of people coming at me. All right, so let's start on the Blazer side, all right?
Yes, sir.
Jeremy Grant had 23. Dominating, he had 12 and 7. Wrong name for a person. You can't score 20, you ain't dominating shit. Thibault had 14. Mays, shout out to Unpopular Opinion Podcast. He was our guest last night. I'm not sure if he's in here now, but he was our guest last night. He holds it down for Blazers Twitter, and good brother, good sport. He was watching the game with us. He gave us a heads up about Mays. He was right about Mays. Kid is solid. He had 15. Shaden Sharp had 19. Lakers, let's start off with Anthony Marshawn Davis. He had 30 points. He had 13 rebounds. He shot 10 for 20 overall. He played 41 minutes. He also had 3 blocks, had 1 turnover. He was plus 17. Look, we paid him like a franchise player. We say he's going to be the franchise player in the future. And when he gets treated like a franchise player, look at what happens. Okay? Now it's for him to step up. Last night he played excellent. There's nothing to criticize. We all know what he's capable of. We all do. I was glad to see that he shot the ball at least 20 times. He went 10 for 20, like I said. So big ups to Anthony Marshawn Davis. He played his ass off. He was a beast. He showed why there's levels to this, and dominating ain't shit. Torian Prince had 11. He went 0 for 3 from 3, shot 5 for 9 overall. Rui had 19 and 5. Cam Reddish, we're going to talk about him. He shot 7 for 10 overall, 1 for 3 from 3, 7 rebounds. He had 18 points. D'Angelo Russell, he had 11 points. He had 11 assists. Once again, he shoots like shit. 5 for 14 overall, 0 for 3 from 3. Christian Wood had 7. Austin Reeves had 18. Look, we need more consistency from Austin Reeves. And also, he needs to do what he's doing now, but do it as a starter. Then we'll retract our statements. But look, he had 18 points off the bench. Everyone's favorite, savior. Some I heard folks say how much he was the next Kobe. To me, this little nigga ain't nothing more than the Brown Jonas brother. Max Christie. That's what he did last night, folks. That's what he did. We won the game. We're now 5-5. That was our 10th game, so 5-5. And folks, tomorrow we're recording tonight, new episode of the podcast, Meeting of the Gold Mines, and we're going to be breaking down the first 10 games and also looking forward to the next 10 games and previewing that. So that episode will drop tomorrow. We're going to record tonight. KB, what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts on the game? And we'll get to Tone. And folks, if you guys want to join the stage, hop up.
We made Thibault look like a freaking all-star. 50% from 3, not gonna cut it. I told y'all, Shaden Sharp is that dude. 30% from 3. Can't have it. I give it to the what was it? I gotta give the Blazers their credit. They made it as difficult as could be. And Lakers had to scratch and claw their way back to getting the lead and playing better. AD stepped up when he needed to. The things that I do not like, what the Lakers were doing, same thing as always, playing down to their competition, especially playing against like G Leaguers or people who are off the bench. You can't do that. They're still NBA basketball players at the end of the day. So you can't let that happen. When it goes to like Rui, he did his job, 19 points because he started. Torian Prince, you're still proving me what I'm actually starting to think. You need to just go back to the bench, dog. Like, we don't need you in the starting lineup. Just go to the bench, hit your threes when you can. If you can't, we ain't got to worry about your ass being on this team. On the starters, I mean. But go back to the bench, you'll be fine there. Christian Wood, bro, this is a wake-up call to you, man. I don't know what the fuck you think you're doing, but just because you're not getting foul calls doesn't mean you stop playing. So, I don't know what you need to do some soul searching or whatnot. Just because LeBron ain't playing don't mean you can't get buckets, bro. Like, you need to kill, dominate, all that. And Jackson Hayes, bro, I've been giving you bail, and you just been failing me since. 1 for 4, and half of those shots you was right at the rim, you just didn't finish. So, no excuse. Don't like it at all. But overall, I do like the Lakers winning. A win is a win, but when it comes to breaking down this game, am I satisfied on how the Lakers played? No, but Cam Reddish is still stepping up to the plate when asked. He was 1 for 3 from three-pointing, but he was 100% from free throws. Had 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, man. 3 steals. I think, Zen, you were watching. You guys were live. There was a point in time in that game where Cam Reddish got a steal, and the camera couldn't even make it in time to catch the steal in the bucket. That's how quick Cam Reddish got the steal.
Yeah, he saw the inbound pass.
Yeah, so the camera couldn't even get there close enough to watch it. They just said he scored, and it is what it was. So I just, with the young kids playing nowadays, I just want to see them step up. It is a shame that Max Christie isn't doing what he's supposed to do, especially when LeBron's out. But I'm not giving him bail. He sucked tonight or yesterday. He'll do better the next game, and the more time he gets to play, the better he'll look. But the Blazers, they definitely tested us. And if the Lakers play like this against Memphis Grizzlies, it's not going to look good. Ever.
I will say this. Were you talking about
See?
Christian Wood? It
Is
starts
it?
at the top.
Oh, that's Tone. I was like, what the background noise?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all good. It starts at the top.
I didn't know who else it
Uh,
was.
no, it starts at the top with the fouls. If LeBron stopped bitching about the fouls, and it's one thing to complain to a ref, but to not get back on defense and not run back up the court and spend time complaining, it starts at the top. When he stops doing it, the rest of the team will follow. We have a culture of being more invested in complaining about fouls as opposed to getting back on defense. So um, there's different ways to head it. Tone, what's up? You speaking or not?
Yeah, I didn't mean to unmute before, but I didn't want to cut y'all
It's
off.
all good.
I'm
Go ahead. What's your thoughts on the game?
I'm sick of you two. Y'all are some big crybaby haters. Shout out Lakeshow. We got 2 wins in a row. They're my dogs. LeBron is bitching to the refs, but he surely is getting back. Is he getting back 5 miles an hour? No. But Luka do it. Nobody complains because he's dropping 45, 59 every damn game. But that's okay. LeBron didn't play yesterday, so I don't even know why his name was mentioned. Um, Jackson Hayes apologist here. Y'all gonna leave my baby alone? Yes, he got butterfingers sometimes. Yes, he would got butterfingers sometimes too.
Sorry to interrupt.
What? What?
Oh, I was
Interrupt
just saying,
what?
I was agreeing with you. I was saying thank you, Tone.
Oh, thank you, Slick. But
Gonna
yeah,
get Brown those points? The fuck?
KB. What did I just tell you? Didn't I tell you we're not friends no more? Get rid of Jackson Hayes and give you Kai Jones, Mr. Infinity Money. Good job. Anyways, Kai Jones,
Funny.
Kai Jones won $100 million contract. Okay, Jackson Hayes is getting paid probably about $5 a game. Okay, he's a little undisciplined. I understand. He cannot defend without fouling. Unfortunately, he missed a couple, bunnies and some dunks. I get it, but it's not that deep. It is not that deep. We are a great team, so Jackson Hayes' mistake should not be that notable. Every time someone on this team makes a mistake, it should not be World War III. It should not be Armageddon. Y'all niggas need to relax, bro. AD turned up in the second half. See, that's one person I'm gonna dog. Cause every offseason for the last 3 years, he talk about DPOY, he talk about MVP, or want to get in these games and not play like it. And unfortunately, I'm sure to no fault of his own, usually can't really stay healthy, i.e., him missing a game already. Coming back in the Phoenix game looking sluggish, but last night in the second half, he definitely turned up. He did his thing for sure. Now, I'm not going to even give that much credit to the Blazers. Unfortunately, it's just I'm going to give more, not bail, but more blame on LA for our sorry perimeter defense. Lack of communication on defense as well. Sometimes you can see, look, there's a clip right now that you guys are showing. You have a wide open man in the corner. It's a little blurry on my side, so I can't see exactly who it is. It might be Mays. Um, and it looked like Wood, between like Wood and Christie, they couldn't decide they were going to guard on that drive just now. So it's shit like that. Honestly, the only way Portland really stayed in this game is hitting wide open threes, and they took like what 40 and hit like damn near 20. I think they hit like 15 or so. So that's a crazy, disparity between our 3 point shooting and theirs. Theirs accounts for probably like 50 something odd points, maybe 40 something points. Whereas I think we only hit like 6, 7. I don't remember the stats off the top of my head. You know what I'm saying? So for us not being able to defend the perimeter and then not counter back with perimeter shots, that's crazy. I don't know what Memphis is looking like as far as their 3 point shooting. I'm trying to think down their roster and their years before. They're a pretty decent 3 point shooting team. So despite Braun playing or not, that's going to be the big ultimate factor against another team like that. Again, I would say Houston, we definitely played down to the level of our competition. And then just the simple fact that those guys are young. They got some, fresh ass legs. they're gonna push the pace consistently. They're not waiting for no old grumpy men, like the Lake Show has. You know what I'm saying? So, but Memphis is a different story. So if we can, of course, slow down Desmond, which is probably their main point of offense. I haven't watched many Memphis games, but and guard the perimeter like we're supposed to. Fine. Um, kind of circling back to the whole, every time someone doesn't play well or have a bad sequence or a bad possession, is oh you suck, your ass, especially Captain. This is ass. He suck. Okay, so I spoke on Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So TP too. Right now we don't have Vando. TP outside of like okay Rui. I like Rui when he gets to guard his true position, true fours, fives a little bit. But Rui is not built to guard no two or no three. Two or three as far as like PG. He's not locking down PG. He's not locked. He probably could give Kawhi a little bit of a run. Kawhi's a little bit of a bigger body. I don't think he's as fast as PG. You know what I'm saying? Rui had some decent possessions against Jeremy yesterday. But it's a couple other threes in the league. You know what I'm saying? I would be scared to put Rui out there with. TP, he's one of those again that's not really great defending without fouling, but he's still doing a pretty decent job again without one of our main defensive wings, being healthy right now. Unfortunately, his shot is not falling. Again, I think with the Lakers, a lot of players that come in who are known to be good shooters, their responsibility changes, I think, in a way that kind of makes them lose their shot. TP was shooting well, like his first 2 or 3 games with us. If I'm not mistaken, I think he ended up missing the game. Don't get me wrong, I'm not sure. But again, it's just like when I watched that Phoenix game, again, just like Austin with that first Phoenix game, compared to the in-season tournament game, when you got a lockdown, especially the opposition's like main offensive player, I'm sure it takes a toll on you offensively. You know what I'm saying? It's not always going to be easy to do both. So I'm still going to give TP some grace. I don't see who I would necessarily replace him with in the starting lineup. So right now, I think I like the D'Lo, Cam. I would still leave TP in, like I said, then Braun and AD, at least just for the starting lineup. And then, again, things really change when Vando comes back. But I'm not ready to give up TP starting role. I don't know if there's a world where we can make it work, where maybe him and Vando start together. That would mean he'll probably go to the 2. But I definitely see his shooting kind of coming back alive once he's not really assigned to maybe those prominent 3 guards, those prominent wings. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ready to give up on him yet, but good win. A lot of people were saying yesterday a win is a win. I'm cool with that, but I'm not really cool with the fact that the Blazers stayed in this with just kind of like hitting some wide open threes. Not all of them were contested, but some wide open threes. Again, we just really need to improve our perimeter shooting as well as our perimeter defense.
I agree with a lot that you said, even though
Same.
you saw shit. Real quick before we get to Trevor, I just want to say this. We made a couple changes here on playback with our page. We're limiting the moderators to just PGM members. Of course, folks say you can't have nice things, and I guess some folks made issue about the additional moderators, and at the same time, it's playback is working on something where we'll be able to have priority to certain folks, where they can just be able to hop on stage. Has nothing to do if we like you or not. It's also a security thing, so bear with us as we don't. As we made that changes, it's nothing personal. It's just literally about saying, hey, let's just simplify it and just keep the moderators to PGM members only until playback make their changes. Trevor, what was your thoughts on that? What's up?
Oh, I'm just gonna say this before I dip out. Definitely appreciate you, Zen, Tony, Trevor, everybody else in here for surely, man. It's dope. I'm just gonna answer Pope because he wanted us to answer one of his questions about Vando and all that stuff. When it comes down to for Vando, when he does get back, and thank God there was an update for him. He is starting his ramp up process. Thank the Lord. When Vando gets
Yep.
back, he's going
Yep,
to
we're
take
gonna get into
TP.
that.
Yep, he's going to take TP's position, and TP gets converted back to the bench. AR will not start for the rest of the season, unless D'Lo, bar none, gets traded. But AR is not starting; he's coming from the bench, which is perfectly fine for him as long as he's doing closing minutes. And I think that's pretty much going to work. It's going to work itself out unless we sign or trade for somebody that Zen was talking about. But appreciate y'all.
All right, appreciate you, brother. Thank you for holding it down for the first hour. Trevor, what was your thoughts on last night's game?
A win is a win. Very impressed with what I saw from the team last night. 6 players in double digits: AD, Prince, Reeves, D'Lo, Cam Reddish, Rui. That's called balance. And in order for this team to get to where they need to be, they need to have balance. And like before the game, I was thinking to myself like, man, this is probably gonna be a trap game. We're probably gonna lose this game. And we I didn't like the way how the Lakers let them off the hook in that third, especially late third, um, right around to like the 8, 7 minute mark of the fourth quarter. They need to fix some of that, and I think like I'm not gonna put all this on Darvin. Like the players just need to play with more effort. They need to be better on defense. They need to start um doing rebounding stuff. Defensively, I think defensively they're gonna get better, especially with Vando coming back. Hopefully, I think my gut tells me he's gonna be back by the end of the month or probably the first week of December. Who knows? I think Gabe Vincent would be out another week because he's probably our best POA defender. But Cam Reddish has been impressive. He's been proving me wrong since since the Miami game, since the Rockets disaster, and like they've been like they just got a lean defense, just rebound, just play the tail off. And Zen, what you said, they need to stop complaining and bitching about not getting not getting calls. Just get back on defense, and that's it. On to Memphis on Tuesday. Let's get this win on Tuesday. So yeah.
Yeah. Look, it was a great game. You know, considering the pieces, there's very few teams you can really under. We're always going to get every team's best, because these players know that when they're playing against the Lakers, they're on a bigger stage, especially especially the home games, especially the home games for the Lakers. You're Hollywood, you're you're on a big stage, so we're always going to get everyone's best. But look, last night's game was good. Yeah, would I have loved for the team to take care of business so AD didn't have to be on the court for the last couple of minutes? He would have been able to get out the game early. Yeah, absolutely. But the biggest thing is that we got the win. Considering the amount of pieces that we're missing, LeBron, Gabe, Vando, yeah, we're we took care of business. So it was a solid win. Could guys have shot better? Yeah. But I believe Tony showed me a stat this morning that we are 29th in 3-point shooting. It's not our forte. Would also like to, once again, if you're in here in playback, please share the tweet. It's in the playback chat. Just retweet it. Let folks know that we're in here. We are here with the Lake Show today, Monday through Friday. We also just started our weekend show. It's a morning show called Wake Up Lake Show. Starts 7:30 in the morning West Coast, 10:30 in the East Coast. So we're here breaking down the NBA, breaking down Lakers, talking Lakers, latest news, transactions, all of it, 7 days a week. So please support what we're doing here in playback. It is the new thing. If you're in Twitter, Michael, what's up, brethren? Owen, Rich, Glix. Please look at the title of the space. Look at the jumbotron. Look at the chat. We are here in playback. It's the same setup, but better. You can see the video. If you just want to hear the audio, Mr. D'Lo, Conceptual, please hop into playback. We're here. So Jeff, hop in. Look at the title of the jumbotron. Look at the jumbotron. Look at the title of the space. Look at the chat. We're pointing you guys over here in playback. Look at here's all the links, all the info. It takes you 1 minute to hop over here. So please, you'll be able to see, in addition to hear what we're talking about. Look, I was good with the game. We needed this win. We need to be able to rack up wins without LeBron. I liked how the team played. They seemed to play with more aggression. Like, one thing it takes, it's like, there's a classic phrase, you don't miss your water till your well run dry. And it seemed like when LeBron plays, because he's been great for so long, and this is not an excuse, but because he's been great for so long, guys tend to believe he's just going to do everything. He's going to crash the board. He's going to make the pass. He's going to score the bucket. He's going to play defense. They tend to just kind of just watch him like they're watching, I noticed last night how guys, and I shout out to Chris from Hoop Spaces. Please support Hoop Spaces. One thing he said, he was like, biggest difference that he saw that, guys were crashing the boards last night. And they were, and that's all effort. That's all effort. Guys were crashing the boards. They were going after the 50-50 balls. They were doing what it takes. They were playing with great effort and resiliency. And it's a lot of the stuff that you don't necessarily see in the box score. I know rebounds show up in the box score, but effort doesn't. And they played with effort last night. Austin Reeves did his thing. He's proving that, this move to the second unit, I don't know if it's temporary. I don't know if it's, how long it's going to be. He's been playing well. He had another 18 points. So it was a solid game. It was a solid game from everyone. Cam Reddish. Let's talk about it. Cam did his thing last night. He's playing well. He is playing well. Now, here's the part where I'm going to caution. Look, you feel how you want to feel, people. Okay? I will just say this about Cam Reddish. You know what? Don't even listen to what I'm going to say. I will just refer you to the, Atlanta Hawk fans. I will refer you to New York Knicks fans. He'll have games like this. And it's like, holy shit. Yo, this kid is the future. Yo, we got sign him to a long-term extension right now. But then in a couple of days, he'll have some god-awful games. And then all of a sudden you're like, I can see why he went for the vet min. He's as much of a, this is foul. Cam Reddish is as much of a bipolar basketball player you will ever see. Yes, I agree with you, Justin. He'll have his ups and downs. The thing with Cam Reddish is consistency. Do I love what I've been seeing the last 2 or 3 games from him? Absolutely. Absolutely, I do love it. I was saying it this morning in Hoop Spaces. This is one thing I do appreciate about Cam Reddish. You guys remember when he missed that corner 3 at the end of the Miami game? Okay, first of all, I didn't have a problem with him taking the shot. I had a problem with him being put in that position, considering that he wasn't shooting the 3 ball well. But if you notice after that during that Phoenix game, he shot 5 for 8 from 3. So for him, in the very next game, 2 nights later, it's 2 days after the Miami game, for him to have that confidence to shoot the 3 ball, to forget what happened in Miami, to still be resilient, still be aggressive, that's a sign of maturity. I noticed it. So I'm not just here shitting on him. I'm just saying that, every other team that he's been on, the biggest thing has been the lack of consistency. He'll have great games. He'll have not so great games. I just need to see more consistency when it comes to him. So, um, so yeah, Josh, what's your thoughts on this game?
So on to last night's game. Um, I feel like we should have not been in a dogfight with the Blazers, but um, it is what it is. I understand though, because we didn't have LeBron. We're missing some guys, but at the same time, I kind of do feel like we should have not been in a dogfight with these guys. That game could have just went either way because these guys. I mean, these motherfuckers were literally just hitting shots a lot of these motherfuckers on that team were just hitting shots like motherfuckers that you don't even fucking know of, really don't know. I don't I mean okay, they got Matisse Thybulle out there looking like fucking younger Klay Thompson out there, and then that nigga Tyler Mays. I don't know. I don't know that motherfucker too well, but that motherfucker was just looking like prime CP3 out there, literally. But these motherfuckers just knocking shots down left and right. It's almost like they weren't really missing shit. So at the same time, it's we were like, but the reason why that shit was so close, literally, I mean, a lot of people were expecting a blowout to happen yesterday, but the only reason why it was just so fucking close because AD started off slow, and then it's we were literally missing our shots, literally. So I mean, it is what it is. I'm just glad we got the win, but at the same time, I feel like it should have not been that close, literally, it should have not been that close. But I'm just happy we got the win. But it wasn't pretty whatsoever. But I'm just happy we got the win. I am very I am very happy and proud of Cam Reddish. I guess a lot of people were talking shit about Cam. A lot of people were having had doubts about him. You know what I'm saying? I was kind of a little bit kind of concerned. I was telling you guys, I was concerned about him the moment we signed him during the offseason. But I mean, I believe in Cam Reddish. I know Cam Reddish was going to do his thing. I know he's gonna find it at some point. And he's showing it as of lately. So I hope he continues that way. I hope he continues that way. Him being starting lineup, I think it's the right move. Austin Reed coming off the bench, I think I think that's a smart move, and I think he should continue coming off the bench because him and D'Lo in that backcourt. I mean, that shit was literally fucking food, literally food. So it wasn't working literally. So I'm just glad that Cam Reddish is doing this shit. Honestly, I'm just glad. And with D'Lo, I appreciate his playmaking because he just looked like a regular point guard, and not somebody that's just out there trying to create for himself and trying to facilitate. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to facilitate. So I appreciate him. Doing his playmaking yesterday. Um, he didn't shoot the ball well, but and that's okay. But you know what I'm saying? Because I just I did appreciate him, just creating for others, you know what I'm saying, passing the fucking ball because you know what I'm saying, because his passing ability, you know what I'm saying, it's just as of lately, since he came to the Lakers, literally at the trade deadline of last season, his passing ability just wasn't that great. So, but literally, I just appreciate his passing. So I hope he continues that way. But like I say, I don't need D'Lo to be taking up all these ridiculous ass fucking threes, ISO threes, and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just I don't you don't need to be doing all that shit all the time. So I just appreciate him doing that. So I hope he continues that way. But yeah, I mean, I just hope that LeBron do come back tomorrow. I mean, we definitely appreciate having him going into tomorrow's game against Memphis. But like I say, yeah, I mean, I just appreciate the W. With that being said, yeah, I'm not gonna say too much. Like I say, we don't. I mean, I know with the Vandal situation. I know it looks like we're gonna be having Vandal pretty soon. So he's definitely needed because our defense has been very very atrocious, and same with our rebound. So Vandal's definitely gonna fix a lot of that stuff when he gets back. But with that being said, I just appreciate the W. But like I said, it should have not been that close yesterday. We should have been up by maybe double digit or something like that. But other than that, let's go Lakeshow.
Yeah. Yeah, look, we got the win. That's what matters. At the end of the day, that's how we get into the playoffs. It's about the amount of wins. Now, obviously, there's different contexts and how, you know, how one win will affect the next game and our performance and if we're healthy and playing a whole bunch of minutes. Do I feel good about AD playing 41 minutes against the Trailblazers at home? Absolutely not. Am I glad and happy that he was the best player on the court and best player in us winning a game? Absolutely. So, yeah. Let's see what next. Yeah. Anthony Davis was a beast last night. Like, no doubt about it. He was a beast. He was the best player for us. Look, I know you guys have, if you guys were listening to us before the season and if it was in spaces, if it was on here, if it was, yeah, all right, Jules, okay. Look, I picked Anthony Davis to be the MVP, okay? Now, I will say that I won't be surprised, and I think Joel Embiid will win because of this. He'll have the media vote. He'll be the media darling, but because of the whole James Harden bullshit and him still performing and the team performing at a high level, we know what there's politics involved. So he'll win the political aspect of it. But look, Anthony Davis. All right, I call it how I see it. So he was the best player on the team last night. All right, he played 41 points. He played like a warrior. If you guys heard me, if you guys were in here yesterday, once I saw that he had the fro, I was like, oh shit, he's going to have a great game. And he had 30 points, 13 rebounds, 3 blocks. He was the absolute best player on the court. He was the leader of the team. I love his aggression. I love the fact that he took 20 shots. The thing is, look, and I've said this earlier, I've said this many times. Next year is the beginning of his 3-year extension. 3 years, 186, a 62 per season on average. That was a great pass by Reeves. We're paying him like a franchise player. We got to treat him like a franchise player. Now, if he doesn't live up to that, then that's his thing. But we need, as a team, as a franchise, to put him in that position and treat him like a franchise player. I need him to have this same level of aggression when LeBron is on the court. Okay, this is when we really going to start seeing the greatness. Okay, I need him to play the same way. I need him to make sure he gets his 20 shots at minimum. Look, if AD decides to take 25 shots, you won't hear me complain at all. I want him to be more selfish. I want him to demand the fucking ball. I want him to curse D'Lo out when D'Lo looks off. He has to be treated like a franchise player if we expect him to be the franchise player. He can't be looked at the side. He can't be treated as a sidekick, but we expect him to do franchise shit. It doesn't work that way, folks. But he did his thing last night. All right. Once again, DeAndre Ayton learned he's not going to be dominating shit when he's on the same floor as Anthony Davis. And AD proved it again. So, yeah. Now, when AD fucks up, yeah, I'm going to call it out. All right. When he plays well, I'm gonna give him his props. I've said this many times, but see, people want me to say nice things all the time, which I don't get. But that means when I do start talking shit, it won't mean anything. But I think Anthony Davis is more skilled than Giannis. I think he's more skilled than Embiid. Giannis has a fucking motor that's unparalleled. Do I think he's as skilled as Jokic? No, because that guy, he's not even human. But Anthony Davis did his thing. All right. I want to see the Lakers really treat him like a franchise player. When we start building a team based upon his skill set, and I'm talking about Anthony Davis, that's when we'll really know what we can be for the future. We're still building a team based upon LeBron's skill sets and the players that he likes to be around him on the court. We haven't done that for AD yet. We haven't. Had we done so, we would have got better quality centers during the offseason because AD made it clear that he wants to play more of the 4 and not the 5. We wouldn't have got 2 guys that's practically at the vet min. Okay? So we're not building a squad around him yet. When we do, we'll know what's up. So appreciate once again everyone that's in here. Really appreciate you guys. Straight up. What I want to do is I want to hear Anthony Davis comments from after the game last night. Let's
definitely was about D'Angelo and the way he's been directing
tonight, but I know that's part of the job. How did you end up getting it done down the stretch when things were a little bit uneven? They kept coming back.
Yeah, they made some tough threes, second chance points, but we just kept fighting. When we get whole teams to one shot, we're able to beat anybody. And then on the offensive end, we just made some plays. Find a way to get it done. That's the only thing I can say. We found a way to get it done tonight. Shorthanded. That's shorthanded. But it took however many guys played, 8 guys, 9 guys to get the win.
Of course, LeBron doesn't play tonight, but you have done this plenty, right? Your time in New Orleans, the times that LeBron missed games. So no stranger to stepping into the role and having to kind of be the lead guy and get it done on both ends.
No. That's why we have each other. When I miss a game, he know what he has to do. When he misses a game, I know what I have to do. And not just each other, but the entire team. Missing a guy like that, or when I'm out missing a guy like myself, everybody has to step up and play a bigger part, than what they're used to. And guys did that tonight. Cam once again, Austin, Rui. Guys came in ready to play, knowing that Brown's gonna be out tonight.
Last one for you. With guys missing games, Anthony, you're trying to build some cohesion, but it has been different guys in different rotation spots. How do you try to fast track that to start to know where you're going to play and when and with whom in this season?
We won't know until everyone gets healthy. When we get a full roster. Until then, we got to keep finding ways to win. Like tonight, we let some get away from us early this season, but until we get 100% healthy, we still got to find ways to get wins. And who knows when guys are going to be back? We're not sure, but we can't control what we control with the 5 guys that's on the floor, and we got to continue to do that until we get 100%.
All right, we appreciate it.
Right.
There's Anthony Davis giving some hugs. Big 8.
I think we just competed. Even though they got back in the game with some threes, second chance points, we didn't let that affect the way we played the basketball game, especially late game. We're still able to make stops, make some tough shots, and then able to hold them to one possession. So even though that they, made runs, we stayed resilient, kept fighting, and did what we've shown that we can do all season.
Braun is Braun, of course, but where do you even start with what has to be emphasized and taken care of without him out there to be successful?
Everybody just got to step up. Missing a guy like that from all facets of the game, from rebounding, playmaking, scoring, defense. Guys have to step up, and I think guys did tonight. Austin made some big shots. TP on the defensive end, Cam on the defensive end, Rui, taking the challenge and guarding Jeremy Grant. So I think everybody just stepped up, and that's what you do when you have one of your big dogs out.
with Cam, like a guy that his traits and figured out how important is it for him to stack performances like this.
Very important. I think he's, on both ends of the floor and getting to the line. And he's just done a great job defensively over the past, 3-4 games, guarding big time players and making it tough for him. So, as a team, we just try to instill confidence in him, knowing that he can help us. And he's just playing at elite level right now.
Said Troy was like kind of pushing on these steals too on
Yeah.
plays.
Yeah.
Those feel like always like momentum plays.
And it was. Bench got hyped. Obviously going to halftime, but then I thought Thibault made that crazy three. But we just try to do all the little things. I mean, we've been losing, 50-50 game. That's the energy and effort that Coach talked about. So, and we're able to, get little little plays like that throughout the course of the game, which helps us with momentum.
Hey, there was a time in the fourth quarter where they had cut the lead, try to go in the game, but you.
Oh yeah,
Have you ever done that?
Yeah. Just knowing, man, you got a team right there on the ropes. Obviously, they're going to make runs. The game is a game of runs, but we want to finish the game, especially in the position we were in. I think we were up 10, and it was just the way they were scoring. Open three. Turnover and come down and, open lane dunk and things like that. And we weren't getting good looks offensively. We were forcing shots or, no pass shots and things like that. So I just try to, if I see that going on and I walk to the table and check myself in. I didn't at that time. I was talking to the assistant coaches like, what we doing? Like they end up scoring again and then Ham called the timeout. And I let it come back in, but I knew if they scored, they would call the timeout. So, but we wanted to, just personally me, I just wanted to get back in the game, just kind of get control of the game again.
Going back to Cam, have you noticed anything different with him now after these 2 games compared to maybe beginning of training camp or the first week of camp?
Confidence. That's all. It's crazy what confidence can do to a player. Especially when your team confident in you. He just had that confidence, just going out and making the right plays, making shots, making plays for others, finishing. You can see it in him. He's going out there playing freely, playing hard, playing aggressive. That's what we need.
I think it was after that Clipper game you mentioned that you would stay on him. What does that look like from your point of view?
Confidence again. Just tell him I remember a clip when I was on social media. Anthony Edwards and somebody else, they were asking who was the toughest player they had to guard, and it was Cam with no burner, like Cam Reddish, like in high school and things like that. Obviously, just watching him at Duke, he did everything for him. So we know the type of talent he is. I know the type of talent that he is, and just want to tell him that we need him. He can be a big time player for us, and he's shown that what we want from him in the past couple of games.
Early in the season, we couldn't really find anything. He couldn't find rhythm. He wasn't aggressive enough. Do you feel that he found something after he came back?
He just getting his legs back. I mean, he was out for a couple games with his eye or head or whatever it was, and when you miss a couple games in the league, it takes time to get your legs back and get your rhythm back. So I think he just starting to get his rhythm back with his jump shot and with his legs. And
here's the hook. All right. Yes, that's great. Standing O.
This is his 7th start.
What Anthony Davis said is spot on. Yeah, he's showing a lot of grace to his teammates. Very understanding. But yeah, Cash Money, what's up? What's your thoughts on last night's game?
Last night games, like everyone did pretty well outside of Wood and Jackson Hayes. Like Hayes was terrible and Wood was terrible. Like grabbing only one rebound as a 7-foot nigga, that's just unacceptable. I'm not gonna lie. Like Reddish, he did his thing. Like he's continued to play with more confidence, which is definitely a plus sign moving forward. Like AD did his thing. Like after like struggling coming back from an injury, which like he always does. And Austin Reeves, he's been playing. It seems like he's been playing much more comfortable coming off the bench, and the defense is also like matched better with Reeves and D'Lo not starting together. And a lot of people are questioning like why D'Lo just be on the bench during the fourth and close out the moment, and I believe it's because like it'll make the defense weak with him and Reeves both on the court at the same time, and they're just gonna expose it. So credit to him for that. Yeah, and also like I believe the only reason why the game was so close, you just couldn't hit a three. But I feel like that's gonna change sooner or later.
Okay, that's all your thoughts.
Yeah, and the good news also is that Vandal has been cleared to play, so he's going to start doing the training camps and all that. So
yeah, we're going to get into that.
Yeah, so within a week, like that's no later than a week, he should be good to go.
Yeah, we're going to get into that. Any other thoughts regarding last night's game?
That's all. The only thing that got me worried was like once was like the Blazers were making a comeback after having a 13-point lead. I'm like, please don't tell me they're gonna blow this shit. And then in the fourth quarter, they close that shit out. That's all.
All right. Yeah. Look, last night we're looking at some Cam Reddish highlights. He had 18 and 7. Look, he's playing well. I said this earlier. The thing with Cam, he has great potential. There's great upside. We just got to be able to balance that out. Like, you know, we just need it on a consistent basis. All right. There's a rumor that PGM is dropping a shirt, a Cam Reddish shirt. You know me. I just do what Tony says. But you know, I'm sure that you guys will see it soon. But look, Cam did his thing. Solid game last night. Solid game the last few nights. He's playing great defense. It's not just on offense. He's playing excellent defense. You know, Tony, KB was saying it earlier when he was here that, you know, he had a steal off of an inbound pass. It happened so fast that the camera didn't even pick it up. So, you know, he is proven to probably be one of the most valuable free agent signings during the offseason. The fact that we got him on a vet min, he's playing great. You know, we're talking about a vet min that's in a starting lineup. You know, it'll be interesting to figure out if he's going to remain in the starting lineup once Vando gets back. That is something that that's going to be interesting. You know, because mind you, there's no Vando, there's no LeBron last night. So it'd be interesting to see if he remains in the starting lineup as the season, as like, you know, guys come back and are healthy. Real quick, if you haven't already, I'm asking you, please retweet what we're doing. Just the tweet is in the playback chats, so please retweet. We would appreciate it. Cool. Raphael, any thoughts on last night's game? Going once, going twice, going twice.
Yeah, he just unmuted his mic. He's better speak up.
No, yeah.
What's going on with my mic? Okay, here we go. What's up?
Any thoughts on last night's game?
To be honest, I fell asleep before the game even started, so y'all have to talk to me about it.
Oh no, we've been talking this whole show about it. Okay, so let's listen to Cam Reddish's post game comments. And here we go.
Cam, biggest takeaway.
Hold on. Here we go.
This one for you guys.
Biggest takeaway.
Biggest takeaway from obviously this one for you guys.
Biggest takeaway. Good question. We gotta just come out from the jump, and just play to the best of our ability, play with energy. Obviously we got the win, so that's all good. But I think we can do a better job of just, playing hard throughout the whole 48. But it was a good win.
I think it was after the Miami game. LeBron said something to you in the locker room. What exactly was the message from him? What did he say to you after that game ended?
I was like, dang, my fault, Brian. He was like, nah, no, it's not. I'm gonna come right back to you. You know what I mean? So just be ready. So I just tried to be ready. Continue to get my shots up before the game and stuff like that. Do what I normally do. Don't change too much up and just try to believe. And then it all worked out in that game.
From that moment, it seems like, how does that help instill confidence in you? Because, back-to-back games, I think scoring, 17, 18, double-digit scoring nice. How did that moment help instill confidence in you going forward?
It was definitely a big time, coming from Brian. But I don't think it's just him. I feel like all my teammates have done a great job of just pouring into me and, telling me how much they believe in me. I haven't had, an atmosphere like this, I don't think, in my entire NBA career. So it's been a lot of fun and a blessing, and I'm just looking forward to the future.
Speaking of it not being just Braun, D'Lo has been very outspoken about taking you under his wing as well. What has his impact meant to you?
I mean, if y'all know me, I'm not much of a talker. So D'Lo is, you know what I mean? And practice facility, we're locker mates, so we get to do a lot of talking and communicating. That's why we have a pretty good chemistry on the floor. Kind of know each other's wants and what we're going to do. And then he just continues to, push me and believe in me, and it goes a long way, man. Because I've been through hell and back, so it feels good. I feel great, and it's been great. It's been great.
If I heard you correctly, you said the atmosphere here is different than what you've experienced any other point of your NBA career. How's it different? How's it helped you?
I think we're trying to win. You know what I mean? Like, we're trying to actually do something here. It's not like that everywhere else. What was your other question?
I guess how's it helped you?
How's it helped me? I mean, it's very serious. You know what I mean? It's easy to kind of be like, when when there's no like goal, you know what I mean? But we have a goal here. We're trying to win, get to the championship and things like that. So it's just different.
Look, he's showing a lot of maturity, a lot of
Lakers fan, leave your opinion on this subject in the comments.
Yeah.
And don't forget to subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, fuck off. Showing a lot of poise, a lot of maturity. One thing I do not like,
Also, I wanted to start asking you about AD.
him saying he's
LeBron being out,
under
obviously,
D'Lo.
this load that he has to carry, what it's like.
Austin Reeves
being his
comments.
teammate and kind of what that does for you on the floor on both sides of the ball.
I seen the throwback tonight, so I thought, this is going to be a good day for him.
Told you.
No, but it's Anthony Davis. Anytime he gets on the floor, obviously never want to have, anybody out, especially Brian, but anytime you got Anthony Davis, you got a chance. Changes the game in so many different ways that the stat sheet doesn't even, show. And, happy to, have him on our team.
asked AD this on the floor, but the starting lineup, the closing lineup has been different a lot because of injuries and games missed. How do you guys try and find some continuity amidst that, and then just find a way to win a game when it's not been there and you know what to expect?
Yeah, I mean, it's all dependent on how people are playing. With the lineup situation and then what the other team's doing as well. Tonight they were switching 1 through 5 late in the game, and knew it was an opportunity for us to just give AD the ball and have him go make a play, and that's what he did. But like I said, the continuity and the chemistry is going to keep growing, and yeah, that's really it.
You guys had a stretch of games last season when LeBron was hurt, and the team kind of made its push for the playoffs, playing in a way that sort of looked like this through AD. Did you feel any of that? Did it feel familiar in any ways to what you guys had to do last season without LeBron?
Yeah, I guess. Like I said, obviously, don't ever want to miss LeBron being on the floor, but we've had like you said, opportunities of that going back to last year, like you said, when he had I'd missed a couple weeks with his foot stuff. But at the end of the day, it's all really just about trying to play the right way. And like I said, when you got AD, D'Lo, Cam, you can go down the list that we can survive nights like tonight without LeBron.
Speaking of survival, I mean, you guys made, I think, 4 threes.
21%.
Yeah, that's not a recipe, generally speaking, for winning in the NBA. Are there one, how have you felt about the quality of looks? And then 2, are there lessons in sort of like the ways you need to play on nights when you don't shoot it this well?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to grind it out, figure it out. The game's never going to
I don't know if you're still here, but Vando got news earlier. Vando, he's been given the green light to start making his way back by pretty much from what I want to get the exact verbiage because of I think it's key. I think it's key because I like to be as factual as possible. So, from Jovan, update from the Lakers. Jared Vanderbilt was reevaluated by Lakers team doctors and has been cleared to begin a return to play progression. Further updates will be provided as appropriate. To me, what that reads is that he'll probably start some on-court activity. It probably won't even be 5-on-5. He'll probably start with workouts and maybe some one-on-one drills, 3-on-3, half court. I don't think I think earliest maybe after Thanksgiving we'll probably see him back. Because mind you, this is something he's been dealing with since preseason. So we kind of been without Vando for about a month now. I think around Thanksgiving we'll see him. Because that's 2 weeks from now. So I give it about 2.5 weeks. We'll see him. Tone, what's your thoughts on Vando?
I'm kind of with you. Like, I hate that everyone's getting excited. Like, I'm not sure who it was that said before. He's like, in about a week or so. I'm like, yeah, I don't know when we turn into medical professionals, but like you said, you got to listen to the verbiage. So the Lakers are low key playing it safe, I think, with that statement. Encore activity, keyword progression. Like you said, it probably
Thank
won't be
you.
505.
Thank you. Yes.
It probably won't be anything too strenuous. And we normally have an average of 2 to maybe 4 games in a week, right? And again, it's not about to be okay. So KB says
He said
Christmas.
by Christmas. Yep.
Yeah, I think another 6 weeks is a decent time. So yeah, that should be about 6, 7 weeks. That's a decent amount of time to kind of get a little bit excited as fans. Katie says 3 weeks to ramp up, right? And then mind you, when he comes back, he doesn't. There's a probability he doesn't turn into the Vandalorian by the first game, the second game. It might take him a couple
He
games
probably
to
won't
get
even start.
acclimated.
He probably won't even
Yeah,
start.
he's not gonna
That
start for the
too.
first couple games. Yeah.
That too, you know what I'm saying? So, we just got to be patient. Of course, I'm happy it's good news. It's not like, oh, Vando faced a setback or he needs to be
Hmm.
reevaluated again. They're going to, just like he's progressing, they're going to give us progress as it comes. You know what I'm saying? Keyword, appropriate. Again, we're not going to get all giddy and gung ho and then we're going to start screaming at the team doctors when we don't see him until the new year. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, of course, we should be excited. One of our defensive anchors, we're good to see him, or hopefully, um, to be optimistic. We see him, of course. Hopefully, like I said, that before Xmas, agreed with KB.
Yeah, I think it'll be before that. I say by end of the month. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like one of the first couple of games after Thanksgiving. I know we don't play on Thanksgiving. Give him that extra couple days of rest. But luckily everything was positive.
Wait, do you think he's gonna return before Game Vincent though?
I can't look at things like that because they're two different people with two different injuries. I don't even know where Gabe Vincent is with his progression of and healing up of his injury because he has a knee injury. So I can't look at it like that because it's two different situations.
So if we're looking at Vando though in his timeline, so we have we're at San Antonio December 13th. We're at San Antonio again December 15th.
Mm-hmm.
Um, New York is in crypto December 18th. We're at Chicago December 20th. So I'm looking maybe at Timberwolves December 21st, maybe at OKC December 23rd, or Celtics in crypto Christmas game. And then you
I
have
have a feeling he'll be back way before then.
way
But hey,
before.
I think he'll be back by end of November. So I
Okay.
think he'll be back before that.
If
But
we're looking end of November, we got Cavs, Sixers, Pistons, and Thunders all before the end of the month, all road games.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are all tough games too.
So you
Right.
know what? Maybe you're right because the Pistons and the Thunder to me would be, it's not like a. I'm pretty sure what no either one of them I don't think are in season tournament games. They're not like
Well, in season tournament games are all the games happening on Tuesdays and
And
Fridays
Fridays.
throughout the month of November.
Okay, yeah. So I don't think these two, that at Pistons at OKC, neither of them are in season tournament games. I'll give Thunder playoff credit, but I still think, two of the lower podium, or lower tier teams. So that might be a good, place to kind of insert him and kind of get him revved up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. Cash Money, you have any final quick thoughts as we wrap up this playback?
Oh, yeah, I agree. So I agree with you. Like I feel like he's gonna be back by like the end of this month, and if not, then like sometime early like December.
All
Cause,
right.
'cause I want him back like while being at full health.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah.
Real
All
quick,
right.
um,
What's
the
up?
not really an update, but so they announced that Gabe Vincent will be reevaluated. And that post was from Dave McMenamin, November 2nd. He said 2 weeks. So 2 weeks from then is sometime this week. Maybe by the end of this week we get an update on Gabe Vincent. Hopefully sooner or later. It just says a left knee infusion, whatever the fuck that means. But
Mm-hmm.
well, I guess we could keep an eye